Hey everyone, this one might be a little bit shorter, might not, I don't know, I like to ramble. But anyways, just got out of the gym today. It's Monday, it's actually Memorial Day. And I haven't lost any more weight since the last time we recorded, which I can't remember when that was, probably Friday. So I would imagine that I'm going to lose weight on Tuesday, Wednesday is when I'll see it on the scale. But as I said, ebbs and flows, like I said in the last video. I haven't gone back up to where my lowest was last week. So this is the start of this week. We'll see where we get to. I'm not too worried about it. Everything's going well. Just got done in the gym. Everything went well there. Did upper day, did a lot of chest, back, some biceps. Probably neglected the triceps a little bit, but they were in all of the, I don't even know what you call them, the workouts that, like the complex workouts that take all of your muscles, like bench press and such, chest press. All of those ones that take everything. Didn't really isolate the triceps much today. Ran out of time. Did the bike today, the stationary bike. I like to do that at the end for my cardio, like we talked about. And what's weird is I went to a different machine this time, did basically the same amount of effort, and I had less mileage on this machine. So I'm going to do it again on the last machine, give it about the same effort. You know, I watch where I am on the RPMs, and it's about 100 to 110 RPMs pretty much that whole time for the 10 minutes. And, you know, on the bike before, I was almost at 4 miles, and this time I was at 2.77. So there's definitely something wrong there. I need to probably look into which one would be more accurate. There's another bike in there, and I might get on that one and just kind of see like where all three are. I think one of the bikes is off, and it's making it, maybe I am doing more than I think I really am, or I'm doing less than I think I am, depending on which bike. I need to kind of figure that one out. But that's kind of the thing you get when you have an old gym. The gym that I go to is a non-profit gym, so it doesn't have like all the best equipment and everything. It's just kind of like a fitness center for the town. But it's a good gym nonetheless. Anyways, yeah, I got my good pump in. We did go to Costco over the weekend. I don't know if we've talked since I went to Costco. Maybe we did. Maybe we did on Saturday. I don't really remember the days now. But I got the pre-workout, and I tried out the pre-workout. It's Mr. Hyde pre-workout. I forget the flavors. I think it's like strawberry and blue raz, and then you can put them together and get like a fruit punch or something like that. Berry blast or something. Anyways, put those two together. Tastes pretty good. I don't mind the taste of it. You just put it in some water and it's okay. I don't think it hit me too much. Like usually you get that like tingly feeling from the beta alanine, but I never really got the tingly feeling. Maybe it's because it was only, you know, the one serving, and you can actually do 2 servings of it, and maybe that's when I'll feel it. But I don't know if I really want to do 2 servings of it. At the rate I'm going, it's about a 4-month supply, because I go 4 days a week, and there's like 86 servings in there. So I might do two, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I need 400 milligrams of caffeine. Let me know what you guys do, if you guys take any pre-workout, if you guys take 200 milligrams caffeine, 400 milligrams caffeine, or no stim, but you still want like the beta alanine, the L-citrulline, and everything else that comes in there. I think like taurocine or something like that. But yeah, I took it. I don't know if I felt it or not. I think I felt the C4 more than I felt the pre-workout. So I may have to take double the dose of the pre-workout. I'm not sure. It's cheap enough, but it was $25 for like a 4-month supply for me. So really it's not too bad. But I think the one thing that I do notice is after the gym, like right now, I feel in my mind, I'm not as tired. Like my body, hard of breathing, right? I breathe with my mouth in a lot of these videos because, you know, I just got done working out, kicked my ass in there, you know. But I don't feel mentally exhausted, if that makes sense. And usually after the gym, I feel both physically and mentally exhausted because I'm going at the end of the day. So, you know, overall, not too bad feeling mentally anyways. I did post my first video, the one that I took probably like almost a month ago. I'll probably post a couple more. Maybe I'll post one tonight. I don't know if I think I posted the last one last night. So maybe I'll wait a day and post the next one tomorrow. And then like I'll do like an every 2 days schedule. I don't know if I'll do that. Maybe like a 2 a week schedule or something. Because I don't know how often I really want to record these. And again, I don't even know if I want to go on my old channel or if I want to make a new channel for this. I have thought about putting other videos on my old channel, my gaming channel, but you know, it is what it is. But anyways, yeah, wanted to get on, talk about just some different things that I'm doing. I think one of the things that we should talk about is back at the beginning, how I really started and what I did to work on my calories and my calorie counting. It's probably a question that I'll get at some point. And so what I do with my calorie counting is I use my FitnessPal, but I personally don't like to use as much as possible the encyclopedia that's in it, or like to look up what each thing is. I do if I know what it is and then I want to put it in for like my protein and everything else. But for me, for the most part, it's just a journal so that I can keep my calories in there and I just quick add everything. Basically, for me, the main things that you need to start calorie counting and to get into a calorie deficit, if that's what you want, is a calculator. You can do paper as well. So just a place to journal is what I should say. A place to do math. So if you want to do that pen and paper, you can. A place to journal. If you want to do that pen and paper, you can. And then the one main thing that you do need that you will have to buy, but it is cheap, is you need a food scale. I don't think that anyone can properly be in a calorie deficit if you are not using a food scale. You probably can. There's probably people out there that can. But even, you know, like, as I talked about before, I'm doing whatever food I want to eat. I'm trying to hit some higher protein goals. So lately I've been eating some more higher protein stuff, but that's like my own thing. Outside of that, I'm eating whatever I want. So like if I want to go eat some chips, if I want to eat some ice cream, whatever, but I am counting everything. So like take chips, for example. On the bag of chips, it says 15 chips equals 150 calories. Now, to do that, you would have to sit there and eat 15 chips. Well, I've done that before. And I've also taken out 15 chips and put them on the plate. Those 15 chips does not equal the 28 grams that is in the, like when you put it on a food scale. It doesn't equal 28 grams, which is what one serving is. And so you realistically, everything is actually based on the serving size and weight for the calories. Most of it's 28 grams, which I think is 1 ounce. So they try to do that where like 1 ounce of this food is X amount of calories, right? X amount of protein, X amount of carbs, X amount of fiber. And so if you aren't weighing out your food, you're never really going to be accurate. Now, even weighing out your food, you're not going to be completely accurate, especially with any sort of home-cooked meal. So like tonight, we had some barbecue chicken, and you put in all of your ingredients. You calculate all of your ingredients. So like we added chicken, we added butter, we added barbecue sauce. I think that was it. And then some seasonings, but most seasonings are 0 calorie. So you put all those in, you add all of it up, you weigh the whole thing, and then you're going to, like if I want a quarter of the pot, I'm going to slash my calories in a quarter, slash the weight in there in a quarter, take that amount of weight out. There's my amount of calories in that serving, right? The only problem is, you know, if you added any sort of like cheese in there, or the barbecue sauce, for instance, the butter, for instance, if it's not all homogenized evenly, you're not always going to have those exact amount of calories. Now, in the grand scheme of things, if you're trying to lose weight, you want to be 500 to 1,000 below what your daily maintenance calories is, right? And so your daily maintenance calories is going to be, I think it's TDEE, total daily expenditure, energy expenditure, something like that. Basically what it is if I survive, I breathe throughout the day, I don't do anything, I'm going to burn those amount of calories just for my body to work. So for my heart to pump, for my liver to do whatever my liver does, right? All of those things that your body is doing, that's going to be your total daily energy expenditure, or something like that, TDEE. And so basically, like for me, my TDEE is somewhere around, I think it's 2,700 calories, somewhere around there, because it's based on your height, based on your weight. So like if you're heavier, you're gonna burn more calories just to survive, because you have more on your body. So like every step I take is just that much more. And so basically mine is like 2,700. So if I want to lose 2 pounds a week, I have to be 1,000 calories under my TDEE. The reason for that is basically if you lose 1,000 calories in a week, every day in a week, I should say, that's going to be 7,000 calories by the end of the week. 1 pound of fat, or just 1 pound of basically, fat, is 3,500 calories. So if you want to burn 2 pounds, you would need 7,000 calories. But you have to be underneath what your total daily energy expenditure is. Because if you meet that total daily energy expenditure, you will not lose any weight. If I put in 2,700 and my body needs 2,700, I'm at 0. Basically, I fed my body. My body's going to be okay. It doesn't need to pull from any of my stores, right? So what I need to do is I need to be under that. Well, there's 2 ways that you can be under it. You can either eat less, eat better, kind of the same thing, or you can exercise it off. So then you can calculate something called NEAT. NEAT is non-exercise activity time, something. But it's basically like, how many steps do you take in a day? Are you kind of an active person in your job? All of those activities that you do that are non-exercise, so like not going to the gym, just your normal life. So like me, I work in an office. I don't get many steps. I sit at my desk all day. I get about 6,000 steps a day. Not a lot. So for me, I can't add a lot of calories on top of my TDEE, because I'm not burning that many more calories in a day than just my normal body, because I'm not moving much. I'm not doing much. So my only energy expenditure is going to the gym. Now, I do go to the gym 4, 5, 6 times a week. I've dialed it back a little bit because of my knees, as we talked about. I don't want to overdo it, and I think the more rest is actually better. So if there's one takeaway from this video, please treat your body well, take some rest, don't push yourself too hard, and if you do start to feel it burn somewhere, listen to your body, maybe do something differently. I'm still learning that part. There's a lot to learn there, but basically figure out your TDE. There's calculators on there. The one that I liked the most was like calculator.net or caloriecalculator.net, something.net. You put in your weight, you put in your age, you put in your height, and then it calculates it out for you. Take the very smallest number, so the one with no exercise at all, okay? That's going to be your baseline. Take 1,000 off of that. That's how you're going to start to lose 2 pounds a week. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to lose weight, and then your TDE is going to go down, so you're going to have to adjust. If you are not working out, you're just daily doing your stuff, stick with your TDE and stay with that number, and slowly go down in that number, recalculate it once a month, 2 times a month if you really want to. I don't think you'll lose enough to calculate it more than monthly. Now, if you are like me and you start going to the gym, now you're going to need more energy for your body to fuel it. So what you need to do is you need to kind of understand how many calories you're losing per gym session. Now, there's no good way to do that. There's a lot of different metrics that go along with it: your weight, your height, your intensity level, and it's really hard to really understand your intensity level. You can use your watch if you have like an Apple Watch or a fitness watch of any kind to monitor your heart rate and everything else. The best way that I could figure out doing it is I took multiple different calculators that I could find on the internet, typed in all of my different exercises that I did, typed in my average heart rate, and I was able to find, I'm losing about 500 to 700 calories every single workout. Now, doing that, adding in my NEAT, I was able to bump my calories from 1,700 to 2,200 and still lose 2 pounds a week. So currently, I am eating 2,200 calories a day and still losing weight. And there's a lot that goes into that. I'm still trying to hit 150 grams of protein. As I said, hitting the gym. And I'm working on bringing up my NEAT as much as possible by just doing different things throughout the day to try to bring up my step count. It's not always perfect. I can't even have like a watch down on my job. So I can't calculate my steps the best, but you know, those are those things. So for you to really start and understand what you're doing, the main thing is your calorie counting and understanding how many calories you as an individual need. For me, I'm 5'10". I was 299 pounds at the start. I was able to have a lot more food than say someone that's 5'2", 160 pounds. For someone that's 5'2", 160 pounds, you know, say they're a female as well, you're probably only going to be able to eat 1,200 calories, and that's to lose 1 pound a day. Maybe even, or 1 pound a week, sorry, and maybe even less than 1 pound a week. Like you once you get to a certain amount, you're not going to be able to eat that much less and be able to lose that weight. So you're going to have to exercise that much more to be able to eat a little bit more to be able to lose that weight. So if you do that exercise, so like me, I was able to add about 500 calories. You could then add about 500 calories, still eat that 1,200, and now be losing 2 pounds a week. That's a small amount of calories. 1,200 calories doesn't go very far. About 400 calories a meal. With that, I don't know if anyone's had like a Costco muffin before. We got some Costco muffins, and one of those triple chocolate muffins is 490 calories. So to put that into perspective, your one meal is going to be that one muffin, and that's it. You can't have anything else for that meal. And so if you really want something that's going to satiate you, you have to really work on what you're doing. So all in all, yeah, that's a good starter point for anyone that wants to start losing weight. There's many ways to do it. You can diet all you want. You can try different things. But at the end of the day, one way to lose weight is to do calorie counting and understand what you are putting in your body versus what your body is using to keep yourself alive. And so if you are doing less than what your body needs, then your body is going to have to take from your stores, from the rest of your body, and then it uses that all as calories, and then you just, you know, it all goes to waste, and then you lose weight. It's like magic, right? All you have to do is eat less, exercise more, and you lose weight. Now, it's a little bit easier said than done, but anyone that really wants it, you can do it. And I hope that I can be a motivation that pretty much anyone can do it if you set your mind to it. And even if, you know, the days get longer, you miss out on a little bit of time, it's not as bad to lose out on that time and to get yourself healthier so that you can live longer and spend more time with those that need you, right? So like for me, you know, I'm losing an hour a night, sometimes an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending with my family. And the long term of it is I can now do more activities with my family. So like my kids, I can do a lot more with them. I can go out, I can run with them, I can play with them, I can keep up with them. And, you know, these 1 hours, 2 hours, it'll all turn into more time and happiness with my family in the long term. And in reality, once the family gets old enough, and if I'm continuing to do this, which is the goal, you know, you can take them with you, and then you can make it a whole family session. You know, you can do all sorts of fitness things with your family, and it's very healthy for all of you, and something that, you know, I am trying to, it is easier to do ahead of time than to be in my shoes where you're now losing the weight and trying to catch up and not be in a bad position. I can't stress enough that, you know, it is difficult, but it is doable, it is attainable, and anything you want to do, you can do if you set your mind to it. And I think that all of us can do it. anyways, if you guys have any questions on anything, let me know. Maybe one of these days I'll go into, I'll have to do like an actual video on like MyFitnessPal, how I'm calculating everything, what I do. Maybe give like a brief tutorial on how I calculate calories. And just kind of show like the different things, different techniques that I do to understand like where I'm at, what I should do. You know, at this point I'm getting close to, I can almost tell how many calories something is that I usually eat just by guesstimating what it is. And even like if I go out to a restaurant, I can guesstimate what the calories are just based on, you know, 4 months of basically counting every last thing that I put into my body and understanding every last thing that I put in my body and don't put into my body. But yeah, anyways, I'm done rambling for tonight. Thank you all. I greatly appreciate it. I hope that out there somewhere that I can inspire someone else to lose weight and to go on this journey with me to be a better version of your own self. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything that you want to see or hear or have me explain, or you guys want to see me do something, just let me know. I'm very open to comments. I really appreciate the talking and everything else. So thank you all. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys next time. See ya.